Yes, people. Is it Benjamin Reds in the building? Man, like Chris Angel, what you saying?
Hey man, what's the word? It's been and I'm trying to use the word. Mm, it's been uh, a decent weekend. Not decent weekend. Very surprising weekend. I guess is that the right word? Uh, a lot of people, I guess, been caught off guard this weekend, and now I guess the fan base is in a civil war currently. But we will talk about that.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Big up LFC Sai and big up Sham in the building. I see Sai got some quotes. Big up producer. Before we get into that, let's do something that a lot of people haven't done so far. Let's actually take a few minutes and talk about Leeds and the trip to Elland Road, man. Because the grenade that get thrown into the mixer causing a lot of discussion, and I can't remember having a conversation about the match. Unfortunately, I know
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the chat we've been going back and forth. So tell me your thoughts on the 3-3, and then let's have a little chit chat.
yeah. I've
Big
been
up
I've
everybody
been
in the
kind of
chat again.
like obviously everyone should know we have our own little group chat on WhatsApp where we kind of like voice our opinions, and I've been I wouldn't say going back and forth, um but I've been trying to look at um look at things in a different perspective because everyone knows me, right? I can be very negative and very toxic, so I've been trying to look at things from a different angle. um I think we need that now, especially with a lot of the negativity that's surrounding the club currently. um but anyway, going into the Leeds game, I think the first half, I guess I wouldn't. If I was to rate the first half, I think it would be a 5 out of 10. Right, so it was average. I think was anything good, wasn't anything bad. I think the we go into the second half, and we're talking about, hey, certain subs need to be made. Um, um, rightly so, right? Certain players weren't playing well, and we criticized certain players during the game. Second half comes in, and I feel we started to play better around what 15 minute the 15-minute mark. I think the first 15 minutes of the second half, we started to play decent, right? And then obviously the mistake, the pressing. I
Yeah,
like I would like I would like to, I wouldn't say the Leeds mistake. I want to kind of give our guys some credit, right? But I think um,
yes.
our pressing kind of made us score the two goals. I think. Um, so um, that happened. We scored the two goals very quickly, right? Because I think it was what, like 2 3 minutes after the first goal we scored. We scored. We scored. We scored three goals. We scored two goals, right? So after like 3 minutes in the first goal, we scored the right after, immediately after.
Two and two, basically. Yeah, yeah,
2 minutes, like, so we scored immediately after, and then from there
yeah.
is where I'm conflicted, and that's where like me and Barnes are kind of, I want to say, going at it because we were having an educational conversation. Me and him have a difference of opinion because I feel like at that point, where if you remember correctly, right? I said, let's go for the juggler, right, Pops? Let's go get three. Let's go get three more. Let's go for it, right? And at that point, when we scored 2-0, in my head, I'm like, we don't need to make no subs. At that point, I'm like, you know what? Just keep it how it is right now, and just keep going. Let's have fun with it, or whatever. There was no need for change or for subs. The subs came on. Well, even I think even after we scored 2-0, I think we started to be more defensive, or we tried to be more defensive in a way, and we started to sit back and we started inviting pressure. And especially this season, when that happens 9 times out of 10, we're going to concede. So I don't know. Barnes says, well, just to tell a little bit about what we spoke about in the chat, but Barnes believes that Slot them or tactically told them to sit back. I believe the
What do you
players.
believe?
I believe the players just do what the players do because I think I view things a bit differently. I like to incorporate, even though it's not the same, but I like to incorporate my past experiences of what been through into what I see. It is my way of trying to understand um, certain things differently because I see the world a bit differently. So um, I see the coach as the general, right? And a lot of people know that I was in the service, right? And then you have your captains, you have your lieutenants, you have your sergeants on the field. And this is where I think I'm trying to see the way I'm trying to see the game as you see it, pops. It's like these players, we love to sit there and say these players are world class. We like to sit there and like to say these players are
Yeah.
very good. We like to say these players have good IQ. There's no way in hell if that's the premise that we like to say about our players and we like to keep them on a pedestal that they can't make their own decisions on the field. And that's where I'm struggling right now currently as to yes, Slot has to be blamed for some of the decisions, some of the subs, some of the tactics, but on the field, on, on the field, some of these players need to be held accountable for their actions. Slot doesn't misplace these passes. Slot doesn't give away these penalties, and and that's where I'm struggling at the current moment. So I don't know what you think, but that's how I see it. I think it's what happened on Saturday. No, was it Saturday or Sunday? One of those days. It's a combination of I think the players and the coaching staff as well. I don't think it's just Slot. I think it's a combination of all, and I think as a fan base, I think we're becoming a bit too emotional, and we just want to blame Slot for everything, and I'm not okay with that. I do believe there needs to be change, obviously, but at the same time, these players can't get off the hook. The coach and the players are coincide to one another. You know what I mean? So that's just the way I see it. I can be wrong. People might hate my opinion. It is what it is. But some of these players get away with murder, and it's like it's a trickle effect though. Because the players are playing bad, so that's Slot's fault. So when the players are playing good, oh, it's the players. The players are doing good. It's because the players are world class. They bail them out. Like you hear stuff like, oh, Chiesa saved Slot's job, and it wasn't Slot that kind of subbed him in, knowing how he is, how clutch he is, or how clutch he can be at times, So I don't know. I'm just a bit conflicted as to um, one, what the direction of the club is, what the tactics are, and what's the plan going forward. I think, but I think that the with the game going on, like with the Leeds game, I think it's a capitulation of lack of leaders in the field. A lot of pointing fingers, a lot of yelling on the field, a lot of no structure. So I think it's part. He has to hold his lashes Slot, but the players as well have to hold lashes as well. So that's just my opinion.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But what I would say is, if I actually wanted to watch the game again, because in my head I
You
got
want
timestamps as I was
okay?
running through it, and I was gonna watch it over. I still might do just for my own sort of review. I'm weird like that, but
Yeah, of course.
50 minutes in is 2-0. And as you said, you and I agreed in the stream, let's get five.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Forget
Yep,
just winning 2-0. And Katike looked like he really had, he was
he
chomping
was
at
on
the bit.
fire. Yeah,
Verts and Jones to me were doing their thing in the middle of the park, dominating to a degree at that point in time. And you could see we had pushed Leeds back to the point where you're saying, all right, All we need to do is pick them off now. The substitutions are what really threw me off, though, Angel. So when you look at our situation where we're leading, as I said, 50 minutes in and we up 2-0, and you pull Verts in the 68th minute, I think it was. I actually checking right now. Yes. So the 68th minute, you substitute Joey G for Brothers, and you substitute Verts for McAllister. I didn't understand that move because you had already invited Leeds on, and that move to me gave them the confidence. Somebody that was at the match said
I'm sorry,
Leeds fans were singing.
Can you repeat the last thing you said? Where you said that we invited them in. Yeah, repeat that part for me.
Yeah, no. To me, the substitution of Verts for McAllister. So we had already started to back off, in my opinion, while Verts was still on. So when you substituted him off and you brought McAllister on, it felt as though you were willing to accept a 2-0 win, or at least hold on to the 2-0 win rather than go and get the rest. That's what I felt, because all of a sudden we were further back in our half. We were deeper on the pitch. Well, in the 49th and 50th minute when we pressed up and forced the error, and then Bradley gave the cross, you could see where we were relative to them on the pitch. All of a sudden we took a step back. And for me, I was saying, all right, our team is frail. Psychologically, you can see there's a frailty in this team.
Yes, I agree.
So as the man on the sideline, I'm saying, all right, let's keep the pressure on the Leeds so you don't invite it on yourself. Now, this is where people can point the finger, obviously, and say,
can you hold on?
People didn't do that bozo moment and slide tackle.
Can you hold on right there? Right, because I want to touch on a point that you brought on, right? So, because I was trying to remember I was trying to remember when we started to back off, because I thought the moment the subs happened, that's when we backed off. But you're saying it started even before the subs came on.
Yeah, just so then, to me, and that's why I wanted to watch it again. I felt like even with Verts on, we had taken a little step back before he actually brought McAllister on.
So, and this is where I ask you a question, right? And it's like, because I'm a bit confused as to that because, all right, so let's say, for example, we go in halftime, right? And I'm assuming whatever the message was at halftime, because we were 0-0, right? In halftime, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We go into halftime, right? The message, whatever the message was, right? I cannot believe, and this is where maybe I'm in denial, right? Where it's like, okay, he told the players, even though we didn't score yet, score 2 goals and then sit back. That to me doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I agree with you, but if you look at it again, it could have been, you said that was a discussion, not score 2 and sit back. It was press them, let's see what we can get. And we got the early one. And the second one might have been a bonus, because he might have said, get the first one and then let's take possession of the game. The second one came in and it was almost like, well, we've just won the jackpot. Now, for us, it was clear that you and I, like I said, let's go and get more, because you could see the players looking like they were enjoying that moment. Yeah, look, we scored. You could see there was an energy in them. But as the line fell back, I was thinking to myself, like, why are we dropping
who do you blame?
And then for substitution to me, I didn't understand.
Yeah, but who do you blame? That's where I'm trying to figure out.
For me,
is the slot mate told him to sit back?
Tactical. To me, that's tactical. In my head, that's tactical. In the same way, because if you look at the first half, and we didn't press as much in the first half, and he said go and press, why didn't the press continue then? Because if it's not tactical, then all of the players who stopped pressing were going against what he wanted them to do. And I didn't see him remonstrating on the sideline and sort of like saying, get up, get up, get up.
And that's where I'm confused, because it's like, okay, halftime happens, the score is 0-0. It to me, this just doesn't make sense for him to be like, well, okay, score 2 goals or score a goal and then sit back, because we scored 2 goals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense unless it's the players kind of like you said, psychologically, we're vulnerable, right? Okay, two goals. Let's shell in. Let's protect ourselves, type thing. Because two things could be right, correct, or two things could be wrong as well. Because, because
But here's my
you
challenge. Ultimately,
you hit the nail in the
if
coffin when you
if we've
talked
made a
about
decision on the
psychologically.
field, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're broken psychologically. But let's say you and I are on the field. We're playing in the middle of the park. And instructions were, all right, let's press up, let's push
hmm
these, and let's see what we can get. And we've done that. So we've achieved. Why would you and I look at one another and say, all right, let's go backwards now?
yeah, yeah. I get that. I get that. I get that. I get that.
And
But
this
then,
isn't, and this isn't, I mean, you started by saying something that's very, very true right now. Emotions running high within the fan base, and it's all against the coach. So
yeah, and that,
this isn't me
yeah,
sort of trying to label this on him. This is me in isolation, just looking at this one game, forgetting everything else and saying, all right,
yeah,
the problem with all the discussions is we haven't even looked at this one match, and let's look back and see what we did right, what we did wrong, or whatever the case may be. But for me, in match, I said it. This isn't sort of something in hindsight. As we were watching, it was one of them, let's get five. And then
yeah.
you could
Exactly. We
see
agreed. Yeah, yeah,
visibly that there was a fall. There was this sort of regression and Leeds. It's almost like Leeds taking control. Why Leeds coming forward and we sort of happy to allow
exactly.
them possession or whatever the case may be.
And
And you knew,
it was the
the chat
moment I think.
themselves knew. So big up to the chat too. Plenty of people in the chat were saying, we're going to concede. We're going to concede.
Yeah,
We're going to concede.
yeah. And I think the
And
moment
that's
too,
in their head as well. That's in
and
their
and
heads.
and that's like, and that's where the psychological battle is, I think, and that's where I think I might not completely agree with you in regards to slots telling them, "Hey, sit back," because it those two goals were made out of beautiful football, right? In my opinion, it was a good 5 minutes of pressing, attacking football, right? And it's like everyone knows we're vulnerable. Well, for me, I don't know what other
Yep.
teams. They probably have analytics, and all other teams have that stuff. And psychologically, if you press the button, you're going to score. So clearly, this season, as we all know, defensively, we're not that good as a unit. I'm not going to sit there and point out players
Yep.
right now. We'll eventually talk about that, but as a unit, defensively, we're not that great. So why sit deep? That makes no logical sense for me. Unless psychologically is like, okay, there's a psychological issue, and then there's a cockiness issue as to, oh, the Leeds are in the bottom half of the league. We're good at two now. Let's sit back. So it's a bit confusing um, as to what the hell's going on. And some of these players need to look at themselves in the mirror, because the Kanate, like, what are you doing, my guy? Why slide?
Yeah.
Sit. You had him. You had him. You stay up. You got him. You know what I mean? So and unfortunately, it's decisions like that happen and people ignore it, and then it's all slot. Because I feel like when you look at it, that turned the tide, because you gave a team hope. 2-1 now. It's hope. Now, okay, let's go at it. Let's push up or whatever. And then when you add, okay, you give the other team some hope, and then you as a club, or you as a team right now, psychologically, we're very weak.
Yeah.
It's over. We're going to it's going to fail. Or we're going to fail. So, and I kind of agree. I honestly, Craig, I agree with you, because there is no structure. For me, I think some of these players, I think IQ wise, they're great, and that's the thing. And obviously we want to talk about it later, but it's like there is what is it what's being said, because that's what's being said. That's not true. It can be true or not. but apparently the players are down tooling to get him fired. Like like do you even hear like? And this is where people making up these stories, and it's like, do you even hear yourself? Like if that's the case, the players need to go as well. That's just me though. Like if that's the case, you Pops, you're on mute, Pops, you're on mute.
Sorry, yeah, just right. It's
Yeah, so
conversation.
like
People just
like
want people just want
yeah,
people just want to be heard.
yeah, exactly.
How many times have you heard Chiesa save slots job? Chiesa
yeah,
save slots job.
exactly.
Chiesa save. Come on, guys. We
Like
know
you
that
know what I
that's
mean?
not
Like,
true.
but it's
We
like,
know that's not true.
but it's like it makes no sense. Like, oh yeah, they're down tooling, they want to get him sacked. Then they need to go as well because this is a toxic environment. That's an environment
Yeah.
that's going to fail eventually. It's just
When I watched what Konate was doing, I said, all right, I'll try to give him latitude. I think, and this is me trying to give him as much credit as I can, because I think up until that moment he had a good game. I think he slid in anticipating a cross. So he slid to block the cross. Nanto saw him and said, I got you. And that's the problem. Because he didn't slide parallel. He actually slid into Nanto. So Nanto says,
yeah.
now I've got it. Yeah, exactly. All I
No,
need
but
to do is hold
right?
it a little bit longer.
The
and I
ball
got
was
it.
going out, right? The ball was going out of bounds too.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's part of the game, right? Dark arts is part of the game. If I see you sliding, I'm gonna lean into you. So at the end of the day, I'm not upset for
I'm
it.
holding just long enough for you to make the contact. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I know some people are gonna say it's a soft penalty, but it's a pen. We should do that more
No.
We should do that more as a team,
You say
in my
it's
opinion.
a soft penalty. You've used the word. It's a soft
exactly.
what penalty? You use the word. If it
It's
wasn't a penalty, you wouldn't say any. You wouldn't use the word penalty.
You're right.
Soft. No, it's either one or not. You wouldn't say it's a soft one.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
Yeah. And that turns the fans rabid because the fans were happy. The fans were singing and doing their thing, just supporting the team as usual. Now one goes in, and the fans say, "You know what? Let's lift this." And you can see the fear in our team. You can see that. Oh my God, not again. You can see that fear in them. That's minute 71, 72 minutes in. VAR says yes, penalty. So it's 2-1, and we got 18 minutes of regular time to play plus 9 that we didn't even know was coming. But I said we'd be on a long time. So let's just say you got half hour more football. 2-1, half hour more to play.
That's my issue, right? In. So at that point, right, 2-1, right? Why the hell are we sitting back? Like, it's like, let's go get another one type of thing, right? Let's play some football. Why stay back? And you said something earlier in regards to the subs, right? So the McAllister to Verts subs. Do you think bringing in McAllister was the wrong move? Because I remember you made a comment, or was it you or someone made a comment, was like, okay, you're playing the 10, Mac, so I expect you to do something. Right? Was it you that said that or something? Someone said it when we were watching.
That was my comment. Yeah, that was my comment.
Yeah, you're playing the 10 now. Yeah. You're not playing the double pivot. You're playing the 10. Go do something now. You're further up now. So I don't think at that time. At that time I didn't think it was a bad sub in my opinion. Obviously, in in context, right? McAllister hasn't been that great this season, but yeah, what do you think about that? Because
whenever you bring McAllister on, you're losing legs. Verts isn't Sabozale, but Verts moves a lot. He does a lot of off the ball running, and he does a lot of work that McAllister can't do, which means, again, when you bring him on, you got to change the system. We gift Leeds 2 goals in 2 minutes, much like they did to us. So at minute 75 is 2-2. So you've made 2 substitutions, and you're back to where you didn't want to be. Yeah. Looking to win a match. Say started your comment, so let me go back. Jimmy Carragher on his criticism of Mo Salah. Have I ever criticized Mo Salah on the pitch? But you said his legs have gone. Happens to every player. I've never criticized him for not working. Okay. What else we got? for not working back. I've never criticized him when he's gone for games without scoring. I've never criticized him when he should have passed to someone when he hasn't. But he's an absolute legend at the club because he's an absolute legend at the club. Okay, all that sounds very backhanded. I think some of the criticism this season has been excessive. I've said that publicly, but I will go for Mo when he tries to throw my club under the bus, off the pitch, and just think about himself. Interesting. I was just reading some comments that Syed graciously put up for us. It's not about an individual. You're not a star when you came to Liverpool. No matter how good of a player you are, you need help. You need help from your teammates, the manager, the fans. It's important he remembers. I'm sure he does remember. He remembers players. Am I getting this right? Players. The country has ever had Egypt in the AFCON, the most successful nation, has won an AFCON. That's not trying to put him down as a player. What it tells you is Mo and his agent. It's not. I hope I got these in order. It's not. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec. Show. Come on, Carragher. One thing I want to remind Salah, maybe his agent, before he came to Liverpool, Mo was known as the guy who fell at Chelsea. That's just a fact. He's also the greatest. Oh, come on, man. Why do we have to do this?
But I don't understand. And excuse my language, but why is it that we're like, this is going to be disrespectful, but why are they trying to measure dicks size or whatever? That's a term we use out here. Like,
I don't know.
What is this about?
Like,
what are we doing here? Like, what is this? Like,
I'll come back to these comments. I'll come back to these.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Salah stuff here. We're still talking about the Leeds game. Yeah.
Let's finish on the actual match itself. So before I bring out them comments, because I got some Arnie Slot comments as well. Oh my days! All of these comments. So let's go back.
Mm-hmm.
So at 2-2, 75 minutes in. Again,
we're 2-1 now.
To me, you still got minimum 20 minutes. Yeah, because it was two quick ones. They scored in the 72nd and 75th, just like us. Back-to-back quick goals. So you're back to the beginning again. 75 minutes in, you've made two subs, and you say to yourself, all right, let's see what we can do. Now, we score in the 80th minute. Not probably, the best goal of the match for me.
You think so?
Actual proper play. Punched through.
It was punched.
This is me selfishly. Yeah. Because it was punched through. Yeah.
I remember.
I was calling, just punch it in, guys. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And we finally did it, and Dom scores. Now for me, again, we got 20 minutes left. 80 minutes in, 10. For me, I'm always looking at 100. I'm looking at 100. If I'm a manager, coach, player, I'm thinking 100 minutes. Yes, it might be 92, 93, 94. I'm thinking 100. That's my number all the time. Concentrate for 100 minutes. 80th minute, we go up 3-2. And you think to yourself, all right, what do we do next? The next substitution we make was to bring on Isak and Wataru Endo.
So
in the 84th minute.
Right there, right? That moment right there, right? So the Endo one, I was actually very happy. That's just me being selfish, though, right?
Yeah, that was one of those moments where you're saying happy for Endo.
I'm happy for Endo, right? But I think going back to what we spoke about or what you brought up about sitting deep, bringing in Endo means you're closing shop. We all know this. So at that point, bringing in Endo's, okay, closing shop, hold the fort, hold the line type thing. Now, going into the Isak one, I don't understand Isak right now. And not him as a player, but what are we doing with Isak? Because all you have him doing is running like a freaking headless chicken. And and as a club, spending that amount of money to do that is ridiculous to me. He gets no service whatsoever. It's like he's ignored. I don't know.
But
that's the way I see it.
85th minute. Sorry, go on.
No, but that's not just this game. I mean, in the entirety of his Liverpool career, I don't think he gets service whatsoever. But that's obviously another conversation. But in this game, bringing him in the 85th minute, I don't think that makes sense whatsoever for me. You keep in Ekatike where he seems to be on. He was on fire in this game, technically speaking, right? He was the more brighter light this game, Ekatike, in my opinion. So keep him on. So
if I'm running it, I'm running Verts and Ekatike up to the 75th minute, and I'm leading 4-0, and I sub them both. Come on.
okay. Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense though.
Then Isak gets 20 minutes proper. He came on for 5 minutes, and you're bringing on Wataru. So once we brought on the Samurai, we knew what that meant.
We know what that meant, yeah.
Everybody back, sit in and hold on for dear life.
Hold the
for
line.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's 15 more minutes still. For 15 minutes,
Oh yeah, because we had 9
So
added
I'm confused
minutes.
again by this substitution.
No, but we had
Yes.
9 added minutes as well.
So you got
yeah,
15 minutes to play. 9 added, yeah. I mean, at this point in time, you don't know what the added minutes are.
Yeah, exactly.
We in the chat were saying it's going to be long. It's not 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's
going
gonna
to
be
be
rough.
long. Yeah. So Isak comes on to do nothing. He's just
Nothing.
All right, just kick it up the field and let him just run. Let him just run. While Leeds substitutions are the ones who are doing damage.
Yeah. The Japanese guy came on, right? He's the one that
They
pretty much
bring
gave
on
us.
Tanaka, yeah.
Yeah, he did the killer blow, right? So
And you go to the goal.
pushing the
Every
3-3
man,
or the 3-3?
all 11 of our players in the box. Yes, the 3-3. All 11 of our players are in the box. Somehow Gravenberch managed to do a pirouette, handles the ball still. Because even if they don't score, it's going to be a penalty.
Your fish. Oh, your switch.
And it's 3-3. And once again, we've snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Okay.
Chat, I know that you want to hear some quotes, so we can get into that shortly.
Yeah, but also right.
But
so
someone said we are
if he
unbeaten
didn't
in
score,
3.
but if we didn't,
Go on.
if the Japanese guy, I don't want to butcher his name, didn't score, it would have been handball, penalty.
Yeah, penalty. Tanaka. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a penalty. So
I don't know what Gravenberch is doing.
and it goes back to this season. Our set
That's
pieces.
the frailty. That's the frailty right here.
But no, do you think? But all right,
As soon as it comes into the box.
But on top of it being frailty or psychologically the team is not in the right place, I think set pieces, we've been horrendous this season. Very bad.
Before too. we haven't been the strongest. We went through a period when we were okay, but we've never been the best. Because we always complain Virgil and Ibu should score more.
Yeah. But I mean, defending them though. Yeah, offensively, yeah, we need to do a lot better. But defending them, it's been, and then apparently we hired the set piece coach this past summer from Southampton, a team that got relegated last season.
He wasn't supposed to be the set piece coach apparently, but they made him the set piece coach. So he was some other kind of coach, and they just made him the set piece coach. I don't know.
Okay.
Now everybody else is celebrating their set piece coach, and we've got a guy who was supposed to be something else who's the set piece coach. But what doesn't make sense to me is that we have Isak on the pitch, Verge on the pitch, Ibu on the pitch, Dom on the pitch, gravel on the pitch. That's 5 players above 6 feet.
Yeah.
Why can't we win a header?
But this is what
That's
we
5.
but that's
I
where
didn't go
we
through the
allude
whole
to,
team, but
right?
that's just 5 of them.
We say this all the time. We have the biggest, smallest players in our squad.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
actually, no, he had gone off. I was just gonna call him, but he had gone off.
yeah,
Gakpo
no,
had
but
gone
that's
off because he's the biggest one.
we'll talk about him
He'd
too
gone off. Yeah,
because I think
he'd gone off.
he. Yeah, we'll talk about him after we're done. But I have an issue with him. I have an issue with him because during the game, well, we'll talk about it afterward because you're analyzing each minute. But that would have been handball. It would have been draw. Obviously, maybe there was a chance
Yeah, it would
that
have been
Ali
another
saves it.
penalty.
Yeah, maybe there's a chance Ali saves
Maybe.
it. But yeah. So it's hard to because I'm trying to be positive in a time where you have everyone has a reason to be negative, and it's very hard to see what like how do we get better at what's and for me and I kind of am going swaying to what you said is like you sacking him at this current moment and bringing a new manager is writing off the season, in my opinion. And that for me, writing off the season is not okay with me. For me, it's not okay. Yeah, for me, it's not okay. But then at the same time, slot on these players are not doing well. Like it's very hard. Or like we're in a very very hard place. Like I don't like it's like what path do we take as a fan in a way? Because I feel like there's only there's a couple of paths, but the one you take isn't really that good when you really think about it and when you analyze the situation. So we're stuck in the way. And all I can say is we got to take it game by game, unfortunately, right? We got to take it game by game and see. Because at this point now, when you look at it, Gakpo is injured for weeks, apparently, I heard.
That's crazy.
For weeks. So what's the so what are we gonna play? What a diamond 2?
Somebody, look, Chiesa, Gakpo, Salah out.
Well, for me, I don't think Salah plays again.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's why he's saying it. He's not.
Yeah, I don't think Salah plays again.
So those three are done.
But the Chiesa one is that he's not well. Like I think he has a cold or he's not like a flu or something. There's not any muscular or something like that. Like he's just sick. But he's just
sick. Okay.
He's sick, right? But then Chiesa's not. But again, Chiesa's not in the Champions League squad. No, he's not registered.
Now he was added. Remember?
Oh, he was added. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Leone, right. when Leone went down, he got added.
Okay. So
yeah.
What's our attack going forward? What I've been wanting all season. A diamond 2.
Maybe. This isn't it's still not guaranteed because you still got Verts. Listen, watch me. You got Verts.
You can still play a diamond 2, no?
Grava, Maka, Curtis, 5. I'm just saying he's still got 5 midfielders that he could play with one striker. Plus you got Robbo and Kirkes. So you could play Kirkes as your left forward if you wanted to. I'm not sure he's gonna go. People are gonna say, "Give me Ekatike on the left and give me Isak in the 9." I'm not sure he's gonna do that. I'm still not sure he's gonna do that.
Ekatike as a left winger.
Yeah.
No, I can't see that though. I don't see it.
Or Verts on the left and Ekatike in the 10 behind Isak. People want to see something like that, where they three of them on the pitch.
No, but I want to see something like that too.
I'm not sure it's gonna happen. I'm just saying I'm not sure.
But why though? It makes logical. Well, obviously this season nothing has been logical this season, but it just makes sense. Look, at this point, right?
The issue
Pops, I think
Still
you
like I'm
froze.
frozen. Give me a
Yeah,
sec.
you look like you froze. There you
Am
go.
I
You good
back?
now. You good.
Yes.
You back. You back. You back. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I did. I'm back now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you back. You back.
So I'm asking you this: if you start those three, if you start those three,
Mm-hmm.
actually, let's do it. Let's go from back to front. Then give me your
Wait, talk
11 for
about,
Inter,
what's
based
that
on the fact
website?
that these three are
No,
gone.
no. What's the website to put the? Because I can just do it now.
Which
Instead. What's
one?
the website? The lineup. To do the lineup thing.
To build the team? I
Yeah.
can't
What's
remember.
the?
I can't remember, to be
Let me
honest.
see. Let me see.
I cannot
Uh,
remember. Sorry. See if you got it in your history. While you do that, let me pull up some quotes from the chat. Big up,
all
say
right. Go ahead.
on the slot. On if he was talking, if he was on talking terms with Salah, yes, we were, but it doesn't mean we always agreed on things. I spotted him twice in 2 days before Leeds. Excuse me. I've already said a few times I didn't speak to him at length after Leeds.
What's
Okay,
that
fair
line?
enough.
Lineup
Slot said
builder.
he has every right to feel what he feels, but if he has the right to share it with the media, then we have to react with it. All right,
Oh, I found it. I found it. Let me change
got it.
formation.
Klopp
Yeah, I
had
found
respect because he had the body of work and success behind him. Plus, he had present. Slot doesn't have that legacy, and so players don't respect him. I think that's a big challenge that he's gonna have. He isn't the big figure, and that's unusual to a large degree for Liverpool. And I think he is almost like having the Brendan Rodgers syndrome, if you want, where you're looking at players as bigger than the coach or the manager or whatever you want to call Brendan Rodgers. Slot says on under the bus. I'd have to know what he meant by that. Usually I'm calm, I'm polite, but it doesn't mean I'm weak. When a player says things like that, we have to react as a club. Okay. And you can
it.
see
Four, two.
he is not here. All right. Man sounding very ruthless. On a slot on if this makes life difficult, it's not about me. It's about it being more difficult for the team and the club. Nobody likes being in this situation. It's difficult to see staff members who work hard on a daily basis being affected by it, mainly the results. Most of my thoughts go to that. I'm important to this to his I'm important to his situation as I pick the team, but my focus is on the team and not me. Interesting.
4-2-2. 4.
I don't feel my authority has been undermined. Okay, interesting. Honest, Salah's played his last game. I have no clue. I cannot answer this question at the moment in time. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. We have struggled as a team more and more this season with the game plan teams have against us. I can't stand when he says these things. I'm not just talking long ball as teams often play against us. I've tried. Oh, shut up, man. I've tried many solutions, which is my job. We looked very vulnerable versus Forest and PSV, so I decided to play another midfielder against West Ham, which we won. I brought him in at halftime versus Sunderland, and then, oh my God, the man actually talking about more directly. And then I decided to play a bit of a diamond versus Leeds. I could have played more off the right instead of Hugo. I could have played more off the right. I agree with this as well, Craig. Verts does press like Don, but he doesn't have four lungs. Yeah, he's human like the rest of us. And it's not on Salah's possible return. I'm a firm believer that there's always a return for a player. His reaction to being told he was not going today, it was a short one. Arne Slot on if his relationship is broken with Salah, that's not the way I feel, but he has the right to feel how he feels. I haven't felt that at all until Saturday evening for sure. Oh boy. When I didn't play him anymore, usually players don't like the manager that much, but he was very respectful to the staff members and to his teammates, and he trained really hard. So it was a bit of a surprise when I heard he made those comments. But it's not the first time a player hasn't played. My reaction to that is also clear, and that's why he isn't here tonight. Wow. What I don't like is the lying. Some things about Mo are right, but to say he didn't help Trent defensively is a lie. Everyone said Trent was the weak link, but now it was more interesting. Funny that, and we still conceded on the right hand side. One would argue in it on a slot and more to the extent it was a surprise to me when I heard he gave the comments that he gave. You want need a strong no nonsense manager. We need a strong manager, a no nonsense manager who can make decisions. Maybe that's what we do need. You let him know he's not traveling with us. That's been the only communication between us and him. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, this season sucks. If Mo was referring to him as throwing him under the bus, the only one can answer that question is Mo himself. I guess it's hard for me to tell who he means, to be honest. Jamrock says Jimmy Carragher sounds like he's responding like an angry fan with a big platform and not a measured pundit. I probably would have responded the same. Yeah, this Carragher stuff. Uh, sometimes he's getting like a big kid to me, to be honest. You got it, Angel?
I'm working on it.
Big at Jamrock and big at the chat, man. Oh, you're building your team. All right, I see. I see it.
My only issue now is if we do what I want, right, which is this, obviously Sabozai will be a little bit further up, but is the person playing on the left-hand side?
Who's on the left?
That's my issue.
You got Ekatike and Isaac up front and Verts in the 10. You got Grava, Dom. Yeah, you're going to have to stick Curtis Jones on the left.
Curtis Jones. I was about to think Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
Would this work, Pops, though? That's the thing. Like, it looks nice on paper, but would it work?
But he claims in a comment there just now that he played a diamond against Leeds. So if we think back to the midfield, we had Grava, we had Jones, we had Dom, and we had Verts. Gakpo was on the left. Referring to when was it? Then when we playing a diamond in? So was he saying that Gakpo was playing up top with Ekatike? The diamond works, but it means that Kirkes and Brothers gotta do a lot of work. Up and back, up and back, up and back.
I put Robinson,
and that's not what I've seen necessarily.
I put Robinson.
Oh, you got Robbo on the left?
Yeah, because for tomorrow.
What you could do then is you could shuffle in. You could shuffle them across a little bit and leave Robbo to defend more. Push Brothers up so it's more like a 3-4-1-2.
Like a 4-2-4?
So you get width more on your right than you do on the left. No, I don't want the 4-2-4. He likes the 4-2-4. To me, I don't like that. Because when we press in a 4-2-4, we actually the two goes too wide. Yeah, the two goes like this, as opposed to being here too far apart for me. Yeah. But the issue you have, Angel, when you've done this is give me a bench now.
That's the thing.
You got McAllister.
Wait, time out.
You got Kirkes.
Wait, time out. Because I already know the traveling squad. There's a whole bunch of kids in there, apparently.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you got Trey Neone, you got Rio, you got Lucky, you got probably Woody the keeper. You might have both keepers on the bench tomorrow.
It looks like Woodman. Yeah, you have.
Yeah, that's Woody. Yeah.
Wait, time out, Pops. Explain to me why we have 3 keepers coming.
No idea.
Like,
honestly,
what?
No idea. Whenever I see that, I just smile to myself.
So theoretically, the subs would be Kirkis,
Mm-hmm.
the two goalkeepers,
Mm-hmm.
and the three kids. That's it. That's our bench.
And the kids. Yeah.
That's our bench.
I think you need to start one of the kids then. I think Rio
Wait,
should start I mean that's just my opinion. I would start
is,
Rio.
is Endo there?
Endo
Wait, no,
should
we
be
have
there, man.
no. We will have Mac there. Endo's not there. Endo's not on the list, pops.
No Endo.
No Endo on the list.
Jesus. Yeah, yeah, Mac 10 for sure.
And then Mac 10. Did he
He
say a
said a
diamond?
diamond.
He said a diamond.
I
Jamrock, he
think he
said a
said a
diamond,
diamond.
Jamrock.
I'm gonna try and find it again. Give me a sec.
Pops, at this point, at this point, I think you like based on how we've been playing this season, you got to go with your strongest 11. Forget the bench. Just go gung his holes. You got to. You got to
I
put
guess
all your
so.
fire. You got to put your firepower all up front, and then Jesus take the wheel type thing. At this point,
I decided to play a bit of a diamond. What the
a
hell
bit.
does that mean?
That's what I'm saying,
A
Pops. A bit
bit.
of a diamond.
Jesus, man. This is what's frustrating me most about this man, the way he speaks. What is this? No, what is this? Either it's a diamond or it isn't. Come on, man. It's madness.
He tried like
I
it
saw
just
4-2-4, which is the press, which is a 4-4-2. Yes, I agree. That's what I saw on the press. I didn't see a diamond, but he said he played a bit of a diamond. I can't remember it being a diamond in my mind. No Endo, no Gap, no Chiesa.
yeah, like
Beautiful.
that makes no sense to me, man.
Come on, Trey. Come on, Rio. Come on, Trey.
Yeah. But I honestly like I know everyone is disappointed and everyone have different opinions, and obviously you're probably in Team Salah or Team Sla or whatever it is team you're part of. I just want to win tomorrow, man. We need a win, man. I don't care if it's an ugly 1-0. I will take it, and we go on to the next game. And no injuries, obviously, no injuries, but
That's the
we
key,
have
yeah.
to we got to start putting that energy out there, man. Like that energy. You know what? Fuck it. Give me a 1-0. I don't care how we win, but win it. I don't care. And that it will come a long way, man. So
I don't understand this either. What kind of injury did Gakpo pick up? Because he
apparently
played
hammy.
longer than he should have, in my
He
opinion.
no.
He
Well,
played longer
I
than he
agree.
should have.
Oh, Pops, I know. The moment you say, "Hey, come on, buddy, come on," I know it's serious at
Yeah,
that point. I've come to,
but
I've
you
come
know
to
me already.
I've come to know you, man. I've come to know you. The moment you say, "Hey, it's time to come out, buddy," it's time.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
time.
yeah, yeah.
It's time. And that's where I'm a bit confused as to. Now we're gonna touch on the Gapo subject. Um, we're gonna come on to the
I
Gapo
hope this
subject.
isn't true.
Uh,
I hope no one in our fan base is happy that he's injured. I hope
that's
not.
rid- that's ridiculous.
Then
But
again, we got some sick. Nah, we got some sick people. Nah, they got
we
some
got
sick
some weird
people.
people.
So
We got some
yeah,
big people here. But
yeah, they got some sick people, man. So
and that's the thing too. Like, and that's where like I'm conflicted. I'm starting not to because I can be a
big
bit.
understand.
I can be a bit toxic. I am very toxic. I am. I'm very ignorant. I can be very like don't you don't want to argue with me because you're gonna like you don't argue with me because you're gonna lose because I have time. I have time. I'm young. I have time. Like you know what? I'm very ignorant. But with Gapo, I'm starting to dislike him as a player. Like genuinely, like I know I I used to criticize Diaz, but it was never a dislike. It was never I don't want him to play for Liverpool again. But it's starting to become a thing where we kind of spoke a little bit on Saturday, where it's like tunnel vision, because there was a point where I didn't even realize that, and I felt Diaz has that sometimes, where it's like just tunnel vision. And there was a point where you pointed it out, and you're like, "What are you doing?" Like, wait, time out, 1 second there. What is he doing? Why is he looking at the ground? And he did that looping. Remember that looping pass? And it was like, "What are you doing?" Um, and honestly, you are right. He is our best attacker. When you look at, and this is where big up 12th man. When I went to his channel, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. Me and 12th man spoke, and he 12th man's a stats guy. That's the guy to go to when it comes to stats. 12th man, big up 12th man. But he was like
Yeah,
expecting
12 likes the numbers. He likes them numbers.
XG, pressing stats, defensive stats. Gakpo's up top, unfortunately, and it's crazy to say because he doesn't pass the eye test, but he's doing what he has to do on the pitch, and is that the reason why he keeps getting selected? Because he's hitting those stats, he's hitting those, But the thing with and this is where I remember. I don't like to bring up the past, but remember we spoke about the Mane Robinson connection, which was beautiful. Remember that? Mane left, Diaz came back. There was not really a connection.
Don't forget Genie. It was a triangle.
Yeah, the triangle.
Mane,
Oh
Genie.
yeah, of course, the triangle was beautiful.
Yeah, that was that
But
triangle.
remember, when Diaz came in, we were like, "Hey, there's not really a connection there with Robbo? What's going on there?" Remember? But when Simicast used to play,
Yep.
there seemed to be a connection. Remember Simicast and Diaz? There seemed to be some type of connection, right?
Yep.
Diaz left. Robbo's still here. Now we got Kirkez now and Gakpo. And I feel that's the same thing that's going on right now. There is no connection because there's times where the pass is there. It's just a 5-yard pass. He's there with, and he ignores them. And I don't understand. I just don't understand what's going on there, and I don't know how to fix it. What's the plan to fix it? Because I think Kirk gets in the right positions, in my opinion. Attacking wise, obviously, defensively we could. Obviously, he has some work to do, but I think offensively, I think he gets in the right positions for that pass. And what do you think is the issue there?
Again, I'm struggling with the instructions because you know that. Excuse me. Cody and Mo both invert. Yet the fullbacks are also inverting. I don't understand that.
It makes no sense. No sense.
I'm not. That more of the I don't understand you guy. Even if I wasn't lost in every other facet, there are things he says and does. I'm looking at it and saying, I heard somebody on, was it the Irishman? I think it was on the Irishman. He was saying, oh, things look a bit better. And he's trying to be a bit more positive. I said to myself, you just gave me a headache. Things are looking better. This looks better.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I wouldn't say it looks better, but it doesn't look better. It's just, but we're getting some type of result. So we're drawing, we're not losing. So I guess
that's a loss, though. If we're going to be honest, if we're going to be honest.
Oh yeah, I know.
West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds. That's 9 points. Has to be 9 points.
Has to be, yeah.
Worst case 7. Let's say worst case 7.
Yeah, because the Black Cats. Because of the Black Cats, I understand. Because of the Black Cats, I understand.
Yes, because they're better than us. Let's be honest. As a team, they're better than us. So let's say we draw with them. We should beat West Ham and we should beat Leeds.
And that's the thing. And I think why the fans are so frustrated is because how close the league is right now. Like a win brings you up like 4 spots up. So imagine if we got the points like you just stated. We're back. We're not even probably this stressed or this frustrated because we're back in the conversation.
6 points behind Arsenal.
You know? No, we are still stressed.
We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We are still stressed. We
Hey man,
We're still
unbeaten in 2
stressed.
games. Right? Unbeaten in 2 games though.
3.
We're doing good. 3 games. Yeah, we're unbeaten in
3.
3 games. Hey, that's
3.
still something though. Is that not something, Pops?
No,
In compared to no, but
because
look at
for
the
me,
last.
we've won 1 and lost 2. No, 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 no,
No,
no.
but look at the
I'm
last
not.
10 though.
No, no,
The last
no,
10.
no, Angel. No, I can't.
The last
I can't.
the last 10 there's a couple of losses in there. We got
Nine,
back to back losses.
9 losses in 12. We went 9 in 12.
Yeah, 9
Nine
and
in
12.
12
Now
losses.
we reset after 10 games, Pops. Every 10 games, Pops. Every 10 games. We're 3 games unbeaten. That
When
should
we were
count. Right?
6-6, we said we couldn't afford any draws.
Yeah,
6
we said.
losses, 6 wins.
Yeah,
We
we
had to
can't.
keep winning.
Yeah, we
Just
had
keep
to.
winning.
Yeah.
You can't draw. The reason why Arsenal are looking over their shoulders right now and shitting themselves is because they've drawn 2 games, 2 quick draws, right? And City win 2. That's 4 points that you've just given back.
Just giving
We
back.
should have taken back the 4 points as well. We
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, you give them back 4. Look, I had a cushion. It's now gone. It's 2 points.
Yeah.
Imagine if we were 6 points behind Arsenal and still stressed like this. Still talking about a bit of a diamond. Still talking about wing backs inverting with the
Yeah.
inverted forward, with the inside forwards. And you say to yourself, all right, guy, come up with an idea. Just quickly an idea, and you can actually turn this crap around, And that's not
Yeah.
to say that I don't think there's a way back in for him
For who?
with a lot of the fans for Slot, the coach. I don't think there's a way back in.
Why
But I
not?
think for himself, I don't think so.
Why?
Here's why. Here's why. You went 9-12, so you lost 9 games out of 12. Let's
Yeah.
say right now we're 1 win, 2 draws, right? We win the
Unbeaten,
next 7
baby.
because you said 10
Baby.
games.
Unbeaten, baby. 3 games unbeaten.
Let's say we win the next 7, right?
Okay.
And it happens because of a tweak of some sort. You're saying to yourself, so this idiot could have done this 20 games ago when we were 9 losses in 12 instead of waiting to this point in time.
No. I got a counter for you, though. I have a counter for you for that one.
Go on.
The team is finally gelling.
Now, Honesty's put something here.
No, I just put it up, but
without Salah. Yeah, and we go on a run. Now, what's funny about that is that we've done runs without him before.
You are correct. Yeah, you are right.
Remember? Him and Mane went to AFCON, and everybody around us was saying, you can struggle now because the 2 big boys are gone. And we said, nah, don't worry about that. Ox came in and did a thing. Different players stepped up. Maybe. But for that to happen, I can't see that happening now because I can't even see a structure of how we play properly. And that's I can't see this. If it happens, it happens. But right now, if you're asking me, I'm saying, I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't envision us being good enough for that run.
But Pops, right? So, like you just said, right? You don't see us doing this run or whatever. And if, let's say, for example, we go on an unbeaten run, or we go on, let's say, for example, we win the next 7, including Champions League or whatever. Which I don't even know what are the 7. I don't even know what the 7 fixtures are, but we go unbeaten, whatever. That argument of, why didn't he do it before, can also be at the fact that, the players are finally gelling and understanding the philosophy, or understanding what he's trying to get out of the players. We can also look at it that way as well.
That's a possibility.
But then that's if
I'll tell you our next 7. I will take us to the FA Cup, basically to the end of the year.
Yeah.
We got Inter away, Brighton at home, Tottenham away, Wolves at home, Leeds at home, Fulham away, Arsenal away.
That's 7.
Then it's the FA Cup.
That's 7.
That's our next 8 fixtures. That's 8 fixtures. 2, 4, 6. That's 8.
Pops,
You want
there's
7? Sorry.
no,
Arsenal's
no,
number 7. Arsenal takes us to
no,
10.
no, but there's 5 games
Arsenal's
in
10.
there. There's 5 games in there. Theoretically speaking, I know this isn't that this based on the season doesn't look like it, but there's 5 games you just mentioned I think are winnable. 5 that I think is winnable.
Wolves, Fulham, Leeds, Tottenham, Brighton are all games that we should win.
Those are the
jokes.
games. Those are the games that I think we can win.
No joke. No joke. We should win.
Even maybe I'm delusional. I think we should. I want to win tomorrow. I want to win. I don't know if we could, but I want to win tomorrow.
That's our next 3 Champions League.
I think, and if I'm correct, someone told me Inter's not playing that well this season, so I want to win tomorrow. And then if we
Marseille's
win 6,
gonna be a difficult game away from home.
Marseille's going to be a difficult game, but if we do, let's say, forget Arsenal, because I think, honestly, we spoke about it the other day. I think we get a result there because the boys are going to be like, oh yeah, it's Arsenal. It's time to prove ourselves type thing. So I think we get something out of that game. I don't know if we win, but I think we get something out of that game. But I think those 6 games that you just mentioned, we can win.
It all starts tomorrow, though.
Yeah, if we but that's the thing, right? And this is where these players have to do some self-reflecting too, man. Like, I'm tired of hearing, and I understand Slot has to get blamed for a lot of what's going on, but some of these people need to put their belts on, man. They got to put their pants on right. Where's your pride? Where's your honor?
Where do you gamble on the kids? Do you gamble on the kids at home to Brighton, or do you gamble on the kids away to Inter?
In the San Siro,
because at some point you gotta give them some run. So
that's
which one is it?
Ask,
so then it's the weekend then, because you can't run all of your big players for 90 minutes against Inter or 80 plus minutes against Inter and then go again on Saturday.
Tuesday you fly back Wednesday, recovery Thursday.
Train one day. You only train Friday.
And then when we play again Sunday,
and you play Saturday.
Ooh,
Saturday 11 o'clock my time. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, you got a week off between then and the next one, so you play Tuesday, Saturday, and then you got a full week before you see Spurs, and then another full week before you see Wolves.
It's manageable, but it's all about the subs tomorrow.
Yes,
it's manageable. It's done, but it's about the subs. So someone like an Isak, I feel like can't play 90 minutes. In my opinion, I don't think you want to run him a 90 minutes.
So exactly. So does he go 60-30 with Isak and Ekitike?
Yeah,
as opposed to see like your lineup had both of them in.
Yeah.
Does he go one over the other and split the minutes?
No.
So then you end up with a pack, so the midfield with all the midfielders.
No.
You're running both of them.
I'm running both of them, but pulling both of them at the same time.
For who?
Bring the kids on. I don't know. Figure it out. Put all midfielders.
You don't have a kid striker. There's no striker.
There isn't. Shit.
There's no other striker in all of the people that you called just now. We don't have a striker.
No, unless
I don't even know what position Lucky plays. Actually, I need to figure out what position Lucky plays.
Unless we do this right. So let's say we have the 2 strikers. You bring in McAllister for Isak or Ekitike. You bring him in. You put Verts in the false 9. You put him further up, false 9. You bring in Rio.
Okay.
You bring him Rio to the left, and then on the right, I don't know who's on the right then. Oh, Lucky's a center back. Jesus Christ.
Dom. He's a center back.
Dom on the right. He's a center back. Lucky's a center back.
Dom's going to be on the right.
And then you put Dom. Then you put Dom on the right. You put Dom on the right. That's the only way, Pops.
Now we throw Lucky up front. You know how we put Virgil up front sometimes? Is that emergency center forward? Lucky emergency center forward.
But I do feel like for tomorrow you have to put your strongest lineup. You have to.
Yeah. No, I agree. I heard some people saying they're gonna back into tomorrow because if he loses, he'll get the sack. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, guys, do you not understand this yet? That's not the. He's not on a one game situation, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Unless we get beat 7-0 or something, I don't think tomorrow is going to cost him a job again.
And that's the thing,
I
right? And
don't
this
think
is
so.
where, and we're gonna touch a little bit on the Salah thing, but it's like if they wanted to sack him after the Salah thing, they would have done it by now. They're sticking by him, whether we like it or not.
But they essentially doubled down on it. They said, you know, he's the guy that we picked. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
and that's it. Like, and this is where people have to realize, like, stop putting. And this is where energy, like that energy you're putting, all that negative energy you're putting out, slot out. We pick Salah. Like, forget that, man. Apart from Man United and Spurs, Arsenal won't have any games against the big six. Hmm. I don't care about Arsenal at the time, but I think we have winnable games. But pops, if we do
Yeah, for
six,
sure, for sure.
if we win the next 6 games, pops, what are we saying, pops? You can't sit there and tell me, oh, he doesn't have a chance.
The,
Like if you start seeing, like let's say, like for you,
the
pops, right?
next, if you win
No,
the
for
next
you,
six, right?
yeah, for you. If you start seeing patterns of play, if you start seeing some type, okay, wait a second, I can see. Oh, wait a second.
I got C. No,
Yeah,
I would have to be
exactly.
able to see it. Then.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, why doesn't he have a chance to come back?
I don't think he does. I don't think so.
Mm.
It would have to be a monumental shift, and I can't see that happening where the football moves up 4 gears and becomes
Ooh, 4 years.
something better than you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
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 because
yeah.
you need some incision, you need some pace, you need control. We don't have any of those things.
No, no, and I think the big one.
We don't have
I think
there's
the
no
big one that
ability
you
to
just mentioned.
control the tempo of the
Yeah, you
game.
just said it. Yes, and that's the big one you said. The third one, control. There's no control.
Yeah.
Like pace and all this stuff. Yeah, cool. But I think control is the thing that is messing up everything at this point or whatever. So
Young Spanish Nigerian professional footballer. Big at Lucky, man.
all right, lucky man. Lucky starts
Lucky is
tomorrow. What pops?
19. Jesus.
Lucky starts tomorrow. What pops?
At 19? Not a chance. Not a chance.
Wait,
In the
wait,
San Siro.
Tyler Morton did it though.
Jesus.
Tyler Morton did it though. Remember, Tyler Morton did it though.
Nat did it as well. Remember Nat did the Cruyff turn on
Ooh, yeah, yeah,
Zlatan,
yeah,
was it? It was
yeah,
Zlatan,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
There
yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, man. For me now, hence back to 4, and if the gap is 6 point, go and try and get top spot, but first get in the top 4 spot. I think pops like, and that's the thing,
It's
like
literally one at a time, honesty, in
yeah,
my
one of the
opinion. One
at
at
this
a time.
point now we can't like obviously
Yeah.
I asked for the next 7, but it's one game at a time. And now knowing the next couple of games, I think they're winnable, man. We got to give it a shot. We have to like, and I know a lot of people are losing faith, but we have to have some type of faith, man.
I think,
But,
and I
but
could be
apparently, I
wrong
heard
here
too.
again,
I heard
because
Anfield supports.
January, right?
I heard Anfield still he's still like
Support.
Slot still got support in Anfield. Like the fans that actually go, match going fans, they rocking with him. So I don't know.
I think, I think is probably split because there's a percentage that aren't, and you can see it. You can see it as they leave, and when you hear other match goers talk about it, they can say, well, there's more of this kind of like chatter. It's easier for us to lose our minds
Yeah,
on
yeah, 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 yeah.
on YouTube than if you're in the stands and that sort of thing. But I was listening to somebody and they did kind of like a review. They're going to a match and they did their cam. You know, the people everyone has their little
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cameras outside and they do their interviews. And he said he said he couldn't understand. He said he didn't understand what system we were playing, what style we were playing. He was
Mm.
trying to put it together and he couldn't put it together. And I said, you know what? I understand. Because that's what I feel like when I'm watching it. I'm like, I don't get
Uh,
any of this. Nothing to me makes sense. Nothing.
yeah.
Let me see what's honesty saying. Question: what if, with Salah's situation, he told the players, "See what Salah did. If you ain't putting no effort in, you also go on the bench." There's the door. With that, will that help the players?
Okay. So, so I think the Salah situation, I think, is a bit. Cause I feel like in every club there's a player that players just they don't really support the club, they just support the players. They just go support that one player. And I think a lot of people support just Salah and not really the club itself. Um, but that being said, I think the whole Salah situation is a bit messy because I think it's a bit like I don't want to be disrespectful, but it's a bit diva-ish from Salah. And we spoke about it in the chat, but I feel like I don't like and quote me if I'm wrong, right? You guys can quote me if I'm wrong, but what I'm hearing is I've done what I've done. I've earned my spot is a bit crazy to me.
Yeah, yeah. And that's
That
one statement I can't rock with. I can't rock with at all.
and then that's a bit crazy for me. And that's where I'm like, and this is where I always say it, it's not what you've done for me, it's what you could do for me. And I will die on that hill. And then all walk of life. Like that's just one thing I go by. It's not what you've done for me, it's what you can do for me. And for him to say stuff like I don't feel like the club
Yeah.
respects me or the club doesn't love me or whatever. I'm sorry. Did they not just give you a 2-year contract on the highest paid player ever in Liverpool's history? Like I don't like this this victim mentality that is he seems to be giving out, and I think everything that interview is calculated, and I think when you sit there and you pretty much never give out interviews or whatever. And I think the last 3 interviews he's really done is for his contract or him wanting to sign a new contract. And it's a bit weird for me. Um, it's just weird. Like I don't get it. It's a bit of an ego thing for me, and I just don't agree with it, man. Like there's certain things you shouldn't have said. Like you said something along the lines. We spoke about it a little bit too, Pops. Like, oh, I was made promises and it's not happening. So you're alluding to your game time then. That's what you're alluding to.
But that's my problem. I don't want you to allude to anything. Don't throw the grenade, throw the nuke. Kill it all. If you're gonna have the conversation, say, you know what? He said, they said, we agreed, here's
Yeah.
what
Oh
it
yeah. Yeah.
was.
But that's how you do
Don't
it though.
allude to anything. Because
Exactly. That's what you do. A, B, and
once you
C.
start to
Yeah.
allude, you leave too much room then for this. I'm on his side. I'm not on his side. Here's the
Yeah.
speculation. Here's what he means. No, this is what he means. No, this is what he means. No, this is what I think. This is what I heard. But they
Yeah.
said this.
Exactly.
They said, and you're
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
about, you know what? You've created a storm. And as people say, he's not a stupid person. He's
He's
not
not.
in any way. He's
No.
very he's very calculated and he knows
That's
what
the
he's
word.
doing.
Calculated. Yeah.
Yes. Is 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 he right to be frustrated with his situation? Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Of course.
you're one of the top percentiles, whatever that is, 5 to 10, 1, whatever you want to call it. You're one of those players. Does that mean you're going to get special treatment? People will say, well, no, everyone's equal. Yeah, we all know that's not true. We all know that's not true. What I'm frustrated with, to be honest, is just the situation that we're in as a team. By now, we should have the Virgil van Dijk replacement in house and the Mo
Yes.
Salah. in-house. You give them a
Yes.
2-year extension, so those two players get to sort of be embedded into the system. So when the two legends leave, you're not looking at a cavern to say, "Oh my God, we need to fill this and fill this." No, you bring the two players in and you say, "Okay, Mo, here's I'm gonna use Elise because that's my guy. That's the name I want. I
Okay.
wanted, I should
Yeah,
say.
yeah, 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 for
Elise is
sure.
here. I dropped you and I'm playing him. Here's the new system. He does this, 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 and I can show you. Here's the metrics. Here's the running stats. Here's the pressing stats. Here's
But
the whatever stats. Here's why he's gonna play, and you're sitting. And it's a conversation to have. You
no, but pops, right?
Verge
Like
is the same thing.
touching
Verge,
touching on what you just said, right,
Verge
pops?
shouldn't play 60 games a season for us as
Oh,
much as he's
hell
the
no.
captain. He
Yeah,
shouldn't.
exactly. But pops, alluding to what you just said, right? And this is where I'm confused as well because as the smart person he is, what I believe he's smart, he's calculating, right? He's 33 years old. There's no way in hell he believes he's going to start every game.
He shouldn't.
Like in this was frustrating me. Clearly there's a decline. Like clearly, as you can see, we are seeing there's like a decline in Salah. It happens to all of us. It's biology. It's simple.
Yes.
We all see it.
Father Time is undefeated.
That's the word. Father
We
Time is
know that.
undefeated. Yeah.
We know
So
that. Yeah.
I don't get it. And this whole thing about social media, everyone, even people on YouTube that we know, oh, I'm Team Salah over Salah. Like, what are we doing, man?
But
Well,
that's
for me,
actually sort of a misnomer to me because you're team anyone over Slot. So it's not really about Salah versus Slot. You
yeah,
want him
exactly.
going, you'd be team Mamadashvili over
Yeah,
Slot.
yeah, yeah,
You'd be
yeah.
team Woody over Slot. Whoever you put on the other side of Slot, you're on that side.
Yeah,
So
for
let's
me,
be honest.
if the,
That's really not what the discussion is about, to be honest. It's
and that's
gone
the thing.
beyond just him and the
Yeah, yeah,
coach.
yeah, yeah. And
Once you
this is
start talking
where,
about promises and someone wants to force me out, and then it's rumored that they want to sell him. And again, you've just given him an extension. And this is one of the things that I've said for years. People have been trying to sell Salah. Our fans have been selling Salah for 4 years. Sell him to
oh
Saudi,
yeah,
sell him to
and,
Saudi. 150 million,
I'm gonna
120
call,
million,
I'm gonna call out,
100.
I'm gonna call out somebody. I'm gonna call out somebody. Shameless. Rasta Crab is shameless. Shameless, man. Shameless. Talking about, oh, I stick with Salah over Slot. Shameless. That man is shameless, man. Talking about, we already know his number. Don't we know, Pops? What's his number, Pops? How much he wants for Salah, Pops?
80 mil. We know
That
the
man is
number.
shameless. But nothing but love, man. I hope
80
the
was the number.
yeah, 80. But nothing but love, man. Nothing but love, though. We love you, man. Shameless.
Thanks, honestly, man. Thanks, man.
Damn. No, but Pops, and this is where what I was gonna say something, and because you touched on it, damn, I forgot the thought, but yeah, you were saying, my bad.
No, I mean, you've extended his contract, which for me is I'm protecting the value of the asset still
Oh, of course.
because he's still an asset to somebody, and we all know who that somebody is.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
So
sure.
you've decided to go against your model because their model isn't to extend a Salah. Their model is, all right, thank you, Salah, you're done. On to the next one. But they've done the extension with this, and this is just me. This is me, my thought process. In the back of your mind, you're saying, I'm giving you a 2-year extension.
You're frozen, Pop. Give it a minute, Pop.
But
You're frozen.
after year one, and your numbers are not numbering. Am I back?
Yeah, you're now you're back. Now you're back. Now you're back.
Cool. Sorry. Internet giving me some problems. Sorry.
Yeah.
If your numbers aren't numbering after year one, I can still make that call to Saudi and say, look, he's got a year left. Give me 60 million, or whatever your number is,
Yeah,
and
whatever
say,
it is.
Mo, do you want to go? Because you're not at the levels. Because ultimately, though, the problem still is this: he still has to want to go.
Yeah, unless there's
People
a
keep
release
saying,
clause.
"Oh, well, Salah's done now; he has to leave," or whatever. I'm saying he's on 400 grand a week. He doesn't have to do anything but collect his money.
Yeah,
He can sit on that bench with the ski mask on, with just his eyes showing for the rest of the winter after
yeah,
Afcon,
yeah,
and say, "No problem. I'll come and train every day, and you'll pay me."
yeah.
You're trying to, because again, if this becomes one of these war of words where you're trying to sell me or you're trying to get a transfer fee off of me, I'm on 400 grand a week. I'm not leaving. How about that?
Mm,
You want to force me out? I'm going to force myself in. I'm staying.
yeah, yeah. I agree. But this is the thing, and this is where I find I'm a bit, and I'm gonna put a scenario out there for you, right? Because he alluded to he alluded to pretty much saying that he agreed to a certain amount of game time. That's what it seems like to me. That he alluded to there was something in his because at the end of the day, like you said, pops, right? If it's not on your contract, that don't mean shit, right? If it's not in writing, that don't mean nothing, right? But anyway,
Don't want to hear about it. Don't want to hear it.
and it goes back to, and you brought a good point in the chat, the exact situation. Like I didn't agree with the way he was moving and stuff because at the end of the day, it wasn't on your contract. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You got to hold that or whatever. Unfortunately, but anyway, if
Yeah.
if the if there is backdoor agreements about game time, right? Do you think that's why certain players in the squad play as much as they shouldn't be playing currently?
No.
Okay.
No way.
Okay. That's all.
You
That's
can't
all I have.
run. You can't run a club where you're guaranteeing minutes, Angel. There's no way.
Okay. No,
Nah, there's
that's all.
no way
That's
for
all.
me.
That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That's all. This is a conversation. That's all.
That's just me. That's just me. In my opinion, no way. There's no way. I, I'm not saying he's a liar, but in my opinion, if I'm a player and someone says to me, "Yeah, don't worry about it. You're gonna play 40 games next year." Really? How do you know that?
You know.
How can you guarantee me 40 games next season? How do you know that I'm gonna be good enough? How do you know that my form isn't gonna dip? How do you know? Like, what do you know that you can't guarantee someone minutes?
Yeah.
You can't. And the idea that you don't have to fight for your place or whatever it is, or is
That's
like
ridiculous, pops. That's
I don't
ridiculous,
want to
pops.
misquote him,
That's
but there was a
ridiculous,
statement that was
pops.
almost like saying, "Well, you're guaranteed to play." No one's guaranteed to play, man. Come on, man.
Like, come on.
Let's be real.
It's becoming ridiculous, man. And this is where I am. Maybe I am one of the few because people love Salah and people have him in this pedestal and all this stuff. He has to go. That's just me. He has to go now. What he did was messy, pops.
Are you? Are,
And he has to go
I was just
because
gonna say this.
he has
So
to go because
before he makes a
what he
statement, does he have to
he's all right.
go, or he
No,
has to go because of the statement?
he has to go because of the statement.
Okay.
Because I still believe yes, his stats aren't that well, but what he can do is he can nurture a right winger. He can nurture the next someone. Let's say we bring in someone young, and that's the future. Okay, you know what? I want you to shadow that man right there because he's a professional, exemplar. He keeps his body fit. That's the man I want you to hold this kid under your wing, Salah. Because I think on a footballing aspect, physically, his body, the way he maintains it, that's an example for you to follow. That's the way, and that's why I wasn't
Yeah.
I was okay with it. I wasn't really great happy that he extended, but I was okay with it because I understood maybe that's the way they're thinking as a club. That he's gonna nurture or he's gonna have someone shadow him and make sure he shows them the way or the Liverpool way, blah blah blah. But after the statement, he has to go. That's and that's just me. Like I know
He's
people might not
he's
agree
made
with
it
me.
very difficult for himself, though. No, but he's made it difficult for himself because he's shone a light on himself where the light should be somewhere else, in my opinion, anyhow.
Exactly, and what I'm the way I feel is the fact that like it just gives the club a bad light, man. You know what I mean? There was no need for it. We're already like we already are in a bad place. We are in a bad place. Like no one can tell me we're not. And to put more pressure or more like it makes no sense, man. He
Go
he, ha- he
all
has
the
to
way for me though. If you're gonna make the statement, make the full statement, or Angel.
make point
There's
A, point
don't
B, point
allude to
C. Yeah,
anything,
yeah,
no
yeah, 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 yeah.
innuendo. Blow it right the way out.
But
Everything.
that's but that's the thing, right, pops? And
Empty
this is
the
where
clip.
yeah, yeah, of
Don't
course. But
just
I
and just
agree.
leave.
I
That's
completely
it.
agree. I
Everything's
completely
here.
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's no
yeah,
more
yeah,
this who's scapegoating me, who's under the bus, who's what. This is everything. It's very, very clear what's happened. It's there. Is that you can now decide. You
yeah,
decide how
and
you want to look at me now. Because these are the things. Not it could be this and it could be that and maybe this and maybe that.
this is where out of all the things, because I know a lot. Slav has done a lot of stupidity this season. Slav, he has. But the one thing I couldn't agree with is not rewarding bad behavior and him keeping him on the bench because it could have been oh he spoke out, Salah spoke out, okay, Salah's back on the lineup. No, he's like, you know what? No, 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 you holding bench. You're not coming because I'm not rewarding bad behavior. And I think the club did the right decision in my opinion to keep Slot for now because all it's gonna do is the narrative is gonna be Slot Salah got Slot fired. It could have easily
Yeah.
been Salah got Slot fired. Okay, Salah's back in the lineup, or whoever is the interim managers. Salah's on the lineup. Okay, you're rewarding bad behavior, and that's just the way I see it. I see it a bit different. I know other people on YouTube have a different view or whatever, but that's just the way I see it. So yeah, because this
For
this
the good of
it,
the
it-
club, both have to go. But one will survive. I think strangely, don't know when,
but play. He has
which
he has
one.
the other part. But playing, you know what advocate I know it was nearly 15 years
I'm
ago
playing,
how Liverpool handed.
I know, nearly 15 years
Uh,
ago. Look how Liverpool handled Suarez.
oh, big up
Bigger,
sarcasm.
bigger H.
Thank you, thank
Good
you.
evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Good evening,
Good
H.
evening.
Big up, flawless.
And press that like button,
Big up,
please.
Adelante.
Big up. But that's
Yes,
just the way I see it,
please.
pops.
Show some love.
And that's the thing. Like I'm not okay with reporting bad behavior, and that's where my background comes in, and that's why like Rasta's like, oh, I'm Rasta's like I'm Team Salah, and I'm like, nah. For me, it's not. It doesn't sit well with me because of my background, my military back. It doesn't. No, you don't just sack the man now and then now Salah's the savior and all this shit and we got a new manager in because Salah spoke out or whatever. And that's okay. And that's okay. You as a superstar, right? Because he is a superstar. It's
Yeah,
okay. It's okay to feel okay. Wait, why am I being targeted? But at the same time, for me, the way I see it is, you are the star. If I'm gonna target anyone, is you because I gotta set an
you're the
example.
king, though.
And
You're the
that and
king.
that,
Yeah,
and that
you're the king.
I
You're
need
the
to set an
king, though.
example. Exactly. And I need to set an example. And that's just I'm just wired a bit different. That's all. And that's the way I see it. I can't expect the next man to see it the way I see it. But
No,
to
but
sit
you
there,
see,
go ahead, go ahead.
the bias is always going to go against Slot, and that's the issue. And I'm not trying to defend him in any way either. But if we were looking at another manager, it might be a different perspective. Some people, I heard G saying he doesn't care. He's good with it because big clubs you have these issues. Real Madrid trying to throw Xavi Alonso under the bus, players or whatever. Whenever you have big players, those sort of iconic players, especially in the modern game, more so than before. Because before it was, if you flip the script and you go back 20 years or whatever, you're looking at Fergie and Wenger and Mourinho, and you're saying to yourself, those guys are the
Mhm.
big ones. So no players
Oh
bigger
yeah,
than them. So you're in a different sort of position now where you're saying, well, outside of Pep Guardiola, every other manager in or coach in the Premier League, if you've got an icon, he's bigger than that guy. Salah's bigger than every. everybody else in the league bar Pep. If you look at the managers, you list all of the managers, and you're saying Mo versus, and you got he's bigger than him, he's a bigger than him, he's bigger than him, all of them. Pep aside,
You might be right actually. I was like trying to think of something, but no, I think you might be right though. You might be right. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
so in in dealing with that, you have to understand that as well. So when you take whoever's next in line, whoever's next in line for our job, whoever that is, Nagelsmann, Alonso, Enrique, whoever, when you walk into the doors, you have to have that thing. And it's not really for us, it's for the players more so. Because we as Liverpool fans love our iconic managers. There's a flag that stands on the cup and you can see it. It's the heads are there. The heads are there. Shanks,
Right.
Paisley, Joe Fagan, Dalglish, Rafa, Klopp, all of the winners. Champions League winners, they've been the club. This is again, you're in a situation like Steven Gerrard and Brendan Rodgers. If you're going to pick one, who are you picking? Stevie G over
Stevie,
Brendan Rodgers all day long. Doesn't matter.
Stevie G, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you're in the same position with Salah versus Slot. Now it's kind of like, well, yeah, this is easy. No one's on this guy's side. 9 losses in 12 matches. Yeah, we want him done anyway.
But
So
pops,
it's not
don't you
even
think?
a
But don't you think? But and I understand the players last season played a big part, but Slot brought number 20, man. So shouldn't that be some type
yeah.
of
He he
shouldn't
did,
be some type of
but no, he's not.
no?
He's getting so he's what this is what he's getting now. He's getting the oh well, you can see it wasn't him. That's what people are saying. People are almost discrediting his win now by saying, well, look at what he's done now. Yeah, he won it, but he won it because Verge was good and Salah was good and Allison was good
Mm.
and it was Klopp's team. And
So he
so people
so
are
he's not
almost
gonna win
trying to
this.
rewrite
So
the
he's not winning.
narrative.
So he's not gonna. No matter what,
This
he's
is
not winning this battle. He's not gonna win.
I I'm struggling to see how he wins. That's what I keep telling you. As much as the brains are saying we're backing him, I think they're backing him until summer. As the longest he can go, I think is
Mm.
summer because they're looking for the jackpot in the summer, and they're saying, all right, I have to get interim now to take me to summer. Can I keep him? I think he's on thin ice until January. So the same 6 that we were looking at,
Six.
7,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
January 4th is Fulham. So those 6 games up to January 4th, I'm saying, well, this is an important window for you. This 6 games is like another audition. We just backed you in this Salah saga. Go and win these 6 games.
Mhm.
Results don't go the right way. Maybe in 6 games, it's
Pull the
him and
trigger.
Salah
Yeah,
that go through the door in January. Maybe.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
So as
yeah,
much
yeah,
as it's untenable for both of them now. So you've decided, you
yeah.
know what? I need to move you both on. M. Tarmizi is asking, could it be because super agents and directors are involved?
In regards to what, like the Salah situation, or
Speculation, I guess. Yeah, because again, it's alluding to the fact that he's trying to be sold. That they're trying to sell him off. That's what they're saying. Again, I understand from a business perspective if that's what you've done. So if you've given him the extension to protect the value, and then you're saying we were talking to Saudi from last season, so we already had a little chit chat with them and saying, well, what were we looking at? What numbers we're looking at? You should be talking to the man that you want to go to Saudi Arabia, though, because if you're not telling me that's not in my plans, then is it? I don't know.
but then honesty right here
But
just
once
brought
the
up.
agent gets involved, it gets dirty. It gets dirty.
Yeah, honestly, just put the next one is I was going to talk about that because Robertson has more reason to do what Salah did, in my opinion. If you really think about it, based on Kirk's performances, but you see how he's handling it though, and I think that's to where they're at mentally. I think as well because Robinson could sit there and be like, "Hey, man, I don't know why I'm not playing this. Kirkus is a bum, excuse my language and stuff. Like I should be starting when I play. I'm doing great or whatever. But you see how he's handling it though? It's just weird to me,
I
man.
think Robbo is a different character. So
That's what I'm saying, right? He's just wired different.
I think, yeah, I think Mo might be upset that Robbo isn't playing. So Mo might be more upset that Robbo isn't playing than Robbo himself. I'm not saying that Robbo isn't upset, but Mo is saying, well,
Hmm.
if you've given all of us are still here. We are the guys. Why isn't he playing? Kirkes basically came in and said, yeah, I'm the left back. Not let's sort of pit you against one
But
another to
no,
see
but
who
isn't that
earns the
but
shirt. It was
no,
kind of
but
like
isn't that
in
about
and you're in.
transitioning though? But isn't it about transitioning though? Because at the end of the day, Robinson isn't his last year of his contract. He's gone in the summer, Robinson,
Yeah,
as of
he
right
is.
now. So isn't
Without
it
an
about
extension, he's done.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Isn't it about and this is where I'm a bit is it do you think Salah's frustration has to do with a bit of his ego being checked, the fact that they brought in Ekatike, fact that they brought in Isak, that it's signs of him being phased away, and you think part of it has to do with a bit of I want to say fear. I can't find the right word, but I'm gonna use fear as the word of him being phased out of the squad, and
So
that's part of the
this is
frustration.
why, but this is why I don't like the alluding to anything, Angel. If you were told something, because you signed an extension,
Yeah,
you signed willingly. You said, "Give me the money for 2 more years." What were you told? Because Virgil said something to the degree that we want to keep winning and we expect big things. So it's almost
yeah,
like, don't be surprised when you see we sign Verts and Ekatike and that sort. He's like, okay, good. So you understood that there were big moves ahead. Okay, good. So if you understood that, I'm assuming the man who makes more money than you understood it too. This is why I don't like the alluding thing.
yeah. That's
One
this
would
is where
like
I
to
agree with
believe
you.
that those
That's
two
what I agree with
players
you
were
when you
part
said
of the plans.
I
I don't
agree
like
with
the
you when you
alluding.
said I agree with you when you said, hey, if you're gonna come out, you gotta point A, point B, point C, point D. Explain it to me
Yeah,
because I don't want if buts and maybes. Because it seems to like you just
I'm
said,
dragging
Virgil.
everybody under the bus.
Yeah,
I'm under
exactly.
the bus, no
Yeah, yeah. I'm
problem.
taking
Everyone else is under
everyone coming.
everybody. I'm grabbing everybody. Everyone,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
everybody. Yeah.
like you just said, right? Virgil van Dijk seemed to understood what the plan was going forward, in my
They
opinion,
both
based on
said
what he
these
said.
kind of things. When they
Yeah,
signed the extensions, there was this almost like excitement and idea that something big is happening. I said, okay, cool. So somewhere along the lines, you were told something's happening. Now, maybe it isn't in great detail, but when you started to see the players coming, you said to yourself, well, yeah,
I
this is
would.
exciting for us.
Yeah,
Now, yeah, the next thing should be, and again, this is just me in my sort of ideological, sort of naive way, but if I'm the head coach and you guys are the big ones, you're the ones that I'm speaking to on an ongoing basis. And it's not I'm begging for friendship, but I'm saying here's the respect I want to show you as the leadership group, as the experienced players. All right, here's what I'm looking at doing. More, I'm going to expect this here. Now, last season was last season when I said you couldn't defend. In the new system, I'm going to need you to do some of this and some of this and da, da, da. And he says, all right, cool, yeah, I'm good with that. Or, all right, you know what? I'm 33. I can't do this up and down every minute, so I'm going to
exactly.
need some games off. Or so that's where you should be already. You should already be in a discussion with
That
players
should have
who
been
you
yeah.
want
That
to
should have already
extend
been the
because 2 years
discussion.
to
Yeah,
me is the extension.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the extension of their careers. Not you're not peaking and keeping them at the peak. You're saying to yourself, all right, can I get a little bit more for you here? I don't expect you to be at this level. Just below it, you're still
This is
better
why.
than 90% of the league.
But this is where I'm a bit confused, right, Pops? Because you just spoke as to a logical way of approaching the situation. Because me, I don't have a tongue. I don't have a tongue. But if it was me, I would have been like, "Hey, man, you're 33 years old. Look at the stats. How you've been playing so far this season. You're gonna hold bench. I would much rather have you a good 20 minutes than a bad 80 minutes."
But
And
you
obviously,
also said you're a moments man. You said that. You said I'm a moments man. Okay, I can't give you 100 minutes for the moments. Then I don't need to give you 100 minutes to get the
yeah,
moments.
no,
I need to take care of you in the best way to get the most moments out of you
exactly,
for the entire
exactly,
season.
exactly.
That's
And that's
what
the
we have
thing.
to do as a
But
team.
and you can
Me
and
and
you
you,
can
this is how we're gonna deal with it.
eh,
70,
yeah,
20 off. You're actually, you know what? You're off this week. Take a week off. Come
yeah.
back fresh. 90, 20, 30. It can't be 90, 90, 90, 90,
There's no
90
way.
every week.
And that's the thing. And that's where I'm a bit confused as to why he came up with that interview if that conversation never happened. Because if that conversation never happened, that's on slot. Because
Exactly.
there's no way that you as and this is where I we spoke about logically. There's no way you at 33 years old think that you're gonna start every game. There's no way. Is his ego that big that he thinks he's gonna start every game?
But that should have been, put it this way, even if it was. So again, let's just say you're that star. You're the guy. I need to have the conversation with you where it can't be a possibility that you think that way. It-
And
your thoughts
that's on
can't
slot,
be,
right, pops? If that's
I'm
on
going to
slot,
be in it. Yes.
that's on slot right
That's
there.
my opinion. But
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
that's
yeah. I agree.
with all of the promises and the alluding stuff. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
all of the
exactly.
promises
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
is,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But just logically, if you're dealing with the people properly, then it's a conversation that you're having.
Yeah,
That's your job is to extract the best from each of these players,
yeah.
each of them,
Hmm.
especially your superstars, especially your superstars.
Yeah. But like I said, based on what he did, he for me, he doesn't play again for Liverpool. That's just
Well,
me.
in one of the quotes, the door is left open by the coach.
But at the same
He left
time
the door
too,
open. He
but at the
didn't.
same time,
He
at the
didn't
same
say
time,
that it was done.
no, but at the same time too, the coach said, was it he benched? He's like, yeah, he's not on the squad because he was, he went out of line.
If the star wants 400K, you say, okay, but what if your performance is declining year one? Well, you've made the deal already, so
Yeah,
you've
it's too
paid.
late.
You've paid for the decline.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've paid for the decline. The
and
challenge is to then figure out a situation that works for both parties.
wait, pops, is
Can
the
you
400 is the
logically
400K
sell Mo to somebody?
400K
Base.
guaranteed or is it based on incentives?
Yeah, I think that's his base. I think that's
Oh,
his
okay,
that's his
okay.
number a week. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because it would make sense if it's not 400K and it's 400K in incentives, and he's out here like, hey man, I'm in the bench for three games. I need to start. I need to make my dough, or whatever.
Nah, he wouldn't.
But
I
but
couldn't see him. I wouldn't sign an incentive-based contract at 33. Not me.
yeah, 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 yeah. Not
No
me. Not
way.
me. Yeah,
No
yeah,
way.
yeah.
I put the work in last year to get my big money. Uh, I'm not on the incentives. Leave that for the kids. I'm just paying me my money now.
Now touching on that, because I
Which is
think
why
the
I
Salah,
don't. That's why I don't understand the situation.
and I think and this is not forget the Salah situation. I think we said what we had to say. I don't. I think he goes. That's just me. That's what I would do. Pops has his own views, but touching on contracts or whatever, Kanate talking about he wants this amount of money or whatever to extend. He's not doing himself justice right now in demanding what he wants. So what is the plan going forward with Kanate at this point?
I wanted to give him an extension though. No, I wanted to extend Kanate. I
You
really
do?
did. I said, yeah, let's extend him. When he said he wants Virgil money, I said, there's no way I'm extending you
So-
on Virgil money. No way. And not Virgil's old money, Virgil's new money.
Oh no, we can't do that.
No way.
No, we can't do that.
No way. No, no. And I still want him to stay.
But Pops has a
I'll be
right
honest with
as
you.
a right.
I still want him to stay. As
No,
much
but
as
Pops
everyone says, oh,
as
he's
a
a
right
this and he's a that, and I want
as
him to
of right
stay.
now, he can negotiate with the other team in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
He's free to sign a pre-contract in a couple of weeks. So
I'm not paying him big money to stay though. I'm not paying him Van Dyke money to stay. No way.
I guess Edwards and Hughes wants higher turnover, less player power.
Yeah, maybe call fees. This could be
What do you mean by that, though? I
their
don't
next
understand.
kind of.
What do you mean by that?
Here's you type it in the chat songs, but here's what I'm inferring. It's almost like out with the old and in with the new. So all of these big guys that were the big power hitters under Klopp. My back. Look, I froze again.
No, you good. You good. You good. You good.
Okay.
Yeah, you good.
It's Virgin Mo, the last of the old guard.
No,
have that sort of pedestal.
Yeah.
No, the pedestal. Pedestal.
No, you're missing one more, Pops. You're missing
AB1's gone in 2027, and I don't know if he's going to 27.
It's the same year. Oh, the same. All three of them leave at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I see what they were doing. I see it now.
Maybe. That's the last dance. They're closer to the door than they were before. No, I'm not saying that they all go, but they're going.
No, but
Robbo's done this year.
As of right now, Robbo is done. Yeah. There's no contract extension, so he's done the next year.
No extension. He's done.
You know,
Mo Verge just did there too, and Ali goes to 27 with them.
So they all. So the rest of the three leave at 27.
Yeah, it's the writing's on the wall.
And as of right now, to recoup money, I can see them all being sold in the summer to recoup some type of money. Which would be a bit extreme, but I see it happening though.
I don't think you sell Verge. I could be wrong, but I don't think you sell Verge.
And that's another thing too.
I could see Ali leaving.
Like go back to Brazil.
I don't know if he's going to get sold. Yeah, because he wants to go back to Brazil. I don't.
Go back home.
I don't think Brazil's got money to buy him though. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
No, but I think the club can be a bit ruthless. But I think at the same time, like Ali's been a good servant. You don't hear nothing bad about Ali. He's been a good servant. I think at that point, like you know what, you can go for 10 mil type shit. Like you know what I mean. Like I will do something for someone like Ali type thing. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure
you've already got Mamadashvili there though.
Exactly.
You've got your guy there already.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I don't think any of our big stars kind of like owe the club money, if you get what I'm saying.
They paid it.
They won.
Yeah,
when you win the Champions League and when you win the Premier League, I think you've sort of like repaid your debt if you want.
Yeah. VVD
doesn't look happy or good for morale. Too powerful.
Yeah, Pops. I don't know if I completely agree with Song, but I see where he's coming from, though. And I'm kind of, what the hell's this? I'm kind of going towards Song's way right now because I don't know, man. The way he's, I must say something crazy. It's not. It might not be crazy for you and stuff because you understand where I'm coming. Like you understand my logic sometimes. VVD has been probably as bad as Konate this season, in my opinion. Why I say that is because when we all sit there and think about it, VVD is the one that ensures the defense. He's the one that's giving orders. He's the one that makes sure the defense is good. There's nothing of that this season. Nothing whatsoever. And his defending has been atrocious. A lot of the goals we conceded, we can sit there and say, "Hey, it's a misplaced pass from Van Dyke." Am I wrong or not? And it's not me trying to pick on him, but we can sit there and say, "Hey, Van Dyke, what are you doing, man? Misplaced pass here, penalty here." If I'm correct, he's given away 3 penalties this season. And
maybe that's what songs meant in terms of being powerful.
And
then
then
everybody looks to his right.
And this is the thing, and it's like I blame, and it's not partially his fault, because this is where I go back to your point where you said, "Where's the VVD replacement? Where's the Salah replacement?" Because they shouldn't be playing every freaking game, pops. And yeah, for as much as I dislike the way they're performing, that's not on them. It's 50-50. And this is where I'm like, it's part the player's fault and it's part Slot's fault. You can't expect VVD should not be playing 60, 70 games a season. Well, if everything goes well, 70 games a season type thing. You know. That man tired. He's moody because he's tired, Pops. He's moody because he's tired.
There's a frustration that he has that I've never seen before. I've never seen him look the way he does on the pitch.
One of our better players in the 5 wins, but last month he has been trash. You talking? Nelante, you talking about VVD?
Don't verge.
One of our better players.
Yeah, you don't verge.
Yeah. He's talking about verge. Nah, but Nelante, there's just been games where I feel like, Virgil hasn't been that good this season. He's been okay. He's either been okay or he's been bad. He hasn't been great. I can't sit there and you watch games. Has he been great? Has there been a game where he's been VVD great this season? In my opinion, no.
The issue with Virgil and Mo is that they've set the bar here for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So when they perform below that, it shows, because you're looking at him and saying, "Yeah, he's not going to get past. Yeah, he's not going to do that." And then you say to yourself, "That's not Virg. That's not Virg. That's not Virg." Yeah,
he's human. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember he smashed one off of, was it Kirkes? He kicked the ball that hit Kirkes in the head or something, and then he was vexed with Kirkes. I was like, "What? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Where do you want him to go?"
But this is where I think we talk about obviously people know I used to be in the military, but now I'm in the medical field. Sports psychology, man, is a big thing, man.
Big thing.
We spoke about it. The team is not in a good place psychologically. You look at the body language; it's not there. And and this is where it frustrates me, because I don't want to use it as an excuse, because it shouldn't be an excuse. He should be honored. He should be respected. He should be revered. But the psychological damage that I think the Jota not being in the squad has to be said, and I hate to use it as an excuse, because it shouldn't be an excuse. He should be remembered. He should be revered. They should be fighting for him, because I think if he was here, he wouldn't have wanted the way we are performing right now. And this is where we go back to what we said, Pops. Hey, you're not good in the head? Take a week off. Take 2 weeks off.
Yeah. And for me, right? And again,
yeah, go ahead.
It's not an excuse. It's a fact. It happened.
Yeah.
It's not something that you want to talk about or you want to belabor, but it happened. And the one thing that, as you get older, so if you're young and in the chat, you may have never experienced a loss to the point where you feel like you could die as well.
Yeah.
So you may not have experienced that loss yet in life. And if you are young and you haven't, good for you, and long may that continue, because when you do, it's not easy. Again, this is not an excuse, it's a fact. But part of the responsibility of the club is to manage through this situation. And
Mm,
for me, I've said a long time ago, Mo cried on the pitch. And this isn't just him, but he cried. When I saw that, I said, okay, you know what?
he's not
That's
right.
not
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a
yeah.
tribute, that's pain. That's
Yeah.
pain.
Mm-hmm.
Just say he's got a hamstring injury or something and give him some time off. And this has nothing to do with the outbreak or whatever. But just generally speaking, any player, because it doesn't work where, all right, we all go to grief counseling and it's all good. The newer players are going to feel way different to the older players because the
Of
connection
course.
isn't going to be there. They're going to feel the pain that the others feel, but they're not feeling it at the same level. And grief isn't something that you can take a tablet and it goes away. It
Yeah.
sits with you for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Again, not an excuse, a fact. Psychologically, that's where a lot of our problems are coming from. But I'm pointing again at one person. This is your job. The team that you get, physios, psychologists, set piece
And,
coaches,
and,
all
and pops,
that's your
and this is
team.
where, and this is where I don't understand. And I've done, and people, some people know, some people don't. I've done interviews for LA Galaxy, LAFC, um, to be part of their medical team. It didn't work out. Cool, but there's no way the club the size of Liverpool don't have psychologists, don't have therapists.
Of course.
There's no
Of
way.
course.
So
No way.
so I just I don't understand. And yes, you're right. And grief for everyone is different. People mourn death differently. People tackle that stuff differently. And I don't understand how me and you can agree to the fact that, you know what, take a week off, 2 weeks off. Why doesn't that pop off in the head of of a manager or a club or a sporting director or whoever makes can make that decision? You know what? Fuck that. Take a month off. We got it. I brought in 9 players, like we like to sit there and say, we'll be okay. Go recharge. Go be with the
Yeah.
family. Go do what you got to do. So yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to sit there.
You
And
know
I know
where
some.
that doesn't work though, Angel?
Why?
Look at Verge.
What do you
Verge
mean?
doesn't get a minute rest. There's
Yeah,
Leone and the ACL, so he's done. And
yeah.
Joey G is
But I mean,
he doesn't play 90 minutes in the
but I mean,
so
but I mean, in
they have
regards
to go.
to, but I mean, before, because this should have been done in the beginning of the season. This shouldn't, not now, obviously. But I mean, before the season
Yeah, no,
start, you
I
know what?
agree.
Hey, go. Or and Leone was still, he wasn't injured yet, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Robert was in tears after Scotland qualified. Went straight to Jota. Straight.
Yeah. So so you know, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, I'm not trying to, and it sucks because I don't want to. I don't want to use it as an excuse because it shouldn't be an excuse. But it's life, right? Losses and
It's not.
grief
It's just a
is
fact.
part
Yeah,
of life. This
it's
is
just
it's
a
part of life.
fact of life. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So
Angel,
it,
on to tomorrow, man.
no,
Let's just
until
hope that
tomorrow.
we can do something at the San Siro, man.
No,
Let's hope the
we
young
have
boys can do something.
yeah. Or the new squad, pretty much, because
Is
it's
it
all the new ones, the
maybe it's
newbies, right?
time? No, maybe it's the birth. Maybe it's the birth of Verts and Ekatike and Isak. Maybe you know what? Today's my day.
Yeah.
Let's arrive. This is a
Let's
big
get a
one.
win.
Let's arrive on the scene.
Let's win, man.
Yeah.
Clean sheet would be nice, but I'll take a 2-1, man, or a 1-0, man. And we move, and that's it, man.
A scrappy 1-0. Yeah, let's go to the
Yeah, yeah,
San
I'm
Siro
okay
with a
with
scrappy
that.
1-0.
Yeah,
Let's see.
yeah, and I'm okay with that. So, yeah, but yeah, that's all.
Come
That's
back
all.
home and get ready for Brighton.
Yeah, yeah, that's all. Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gents in the chat, thank you for rocking with us.
Thank you very much. Yes,
We've
yes.
been waffling for 2 hours, so we appreciate your company. Smash a like,
Please.
share, comment, turn the notification bell on, and we'll be back tomorrow, maybe.
After the game, maybe after the game, maybe
After our win. After our win
after our
in
win.
San
Yeah,
Siro,
yeah,
maybe we'll be back tomorrow.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Song, for being
We got
there.
songs. We got Atlante, honestly.
Yeah, big up everyone,
LFC
man.
Say
Thank
and
you, man.
everybody else that was Trudon, Jamrock,
No, but
the
I like
producer, of course.
I like our community, man, because
Honesty. Every
no
night.
one was being toxic. Everyone, you know what I mean? Everyone was reasonable. Because I know right now YouTube is probably going nuts right now, man. So
Yeah. But
you
it's the
know,
extremist, though.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's I don't consider myself to be I'm more sort of a neutral person, man, and
yeah.
too old
So
to be extreme like that. So
yeah,
it's the extremists. You have to be hyperbolic. It's 0 or 100. That's you have to swing one way or swing the other way. It's flipping and flopping or whatever you want to call it. So you know how it goes, Angel. You know how it goes.
yeah, yeah.
To each his own, though. To each his own.
To each his own, man.
Yeah, man. This is a car crash of a season. Gosh,
Yeah, man. No worry, Pops. I still have faith. Number 7, Pops. Number 7.
Number 7. That's
That's
where we're
right.
going.
Yeah,
We're looking over there at the big
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jeez. Well,
Number 7.
we need a result tomorrow, though. We have to get a
Yeah,
result tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. We definitely do.
The Lante said it's going to be the 4-2-2 coming in, boy.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
4,
boy.
2, 2. Oh, 4. It's 4,
2-2-2.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's
Okay.
the double tens. The double
Yeah.
tens. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think it might be, what was it? A kind of a diamond?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. Oh, my days. This man is something different, man. All right, guys. Good
All
night,
right.
good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Big up the lads here, man. Have a good one. Angel, we out.
Yeah, we out. Peace.
Bless.
Bless, bless.